Hi, my name is Marian. I would really love to share my story with you all today. I was a devout Buddhist before coming to Christian faith. Ever since I was a little girl, my parents would always tell me to pray and chant to Buddha because they believed that was a way to earn Buddha's protection and blessing. After college, I wanted to deepen my Buddhist faith. And I wanted to learn how to calm my mind because I was a really anxious person. So I picked up meditation. I found that it calmed my mind somewhat, but I also realized that it had a really strong spiritual component to it. So actually at a Buddhist convention, I was referred to an energy healer. One of her core beliefs is the law of attraction. And that basically says if you think positive thoughts, you'll attract positive things, but if you think negative thoughts, you'll attract negative things. I thought I was really happy with doing her methods and doing Buddhism and meditating and praying to Buddha. And I thought I was very spiritually intelligent. I thought I had it all in terms of spiritual life. And I thought I found the secrets to life, but everything unraveled last year. I was having a really hard time with my family and we were going through some really deep issues. So I needed help to deal with that, and I reached out more to my energy healer. So she suggested that I do astrology. But once I did the astrology reading, my life unraveled and it took a turn for the worse. My anxiety was the highest it's ever been. I kept worrying about things. I couldn't shut my mind off, and I couldn't sleep, and there were nights when I just stayed up the whole night. I kept praying and chanting to Buddha, and I kept meditating because I wanted to calm my mind, and I tried to practice what the energy healer taught me, but nothing was working. If anything, I was getting worse. My boyfriend, who has been Christian all his life, his name is Marco, he suggested, well, maybe this is God's way of revealing himself to you. Maybe this is your come to Jesus moment. And I didn't really understand what that meant, but in my heart I knew that he was right and I knew that God could help me. So I asked him to take me to church, and we went to South Bay Church. One day when I was driving, I prayed to Jesus, and this was one of the first times I've had a personal conversation with him, and I just admitted to him I was a sinner and that I couldn't solve my problems on my own, and I needed help. And so I asked him to come into my heart and protect me. And at that moment I felt so much peace. It was like a peace unlike anything else I've ever experienced. When I was meditating, I thought I was getting real peace and real joy, but at that moment I realized true peace only comes from Jesus. I think the Holy Spirit's really making me realize that what I was doing as a Buddhist is I was trying to become my own God and control my own life, but now I know that I'm just a human being, and I have to rely on God for guidance. One verse that kept me going in my dark time was 1 John 4:18, and it says, "For there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out all fear." And there's also a lot of verses about God rescuing us from darkness and delivering us from evil. And I think my testimony is a great witness to that promise. So thank you very much for listening. I'm very grateful that I could share my testimony with you today. And I hope and I pray that I've encouraged everyone in some way.